Welcome, welcome, welcome for everybody watching live and everybody's going to catch us on the replay. This is your girl, Joe Bullock. And tonight we're doing something a little different. This is going to be a workshop. So for those that's here, and really, I know when people say a workshop, that can still means a lot of things. What I'm talking about is like a work study where I actually want us to do the work, because we got the week, Charlie and I can get on here and pull out amazing PowerPoint presentations and share with you all these tips, tools, and strategies about budgeting, all these tips, tools, and strategies about transforming, renewing your mind, or just whatever, the topic may be for the day. But if you're not able to execute, if you're not able to implement, then we're just having good conversation. And we're not interested in so much of having good conversations as much as we're interested in having transformational conversations. And so that's what we're going to spend our time on today. So I'm going to go ahead and pray, and then we will go ahead and jump into it. So all hearts and minds clear. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, God. We thank you for your goodness. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your love, God. For you indeed are worthy to be praised, God. Lord, we just thank you for everybody that's on this training tonight, everybody that's going to get on the training, everybody that's going to watch the replay, God. Lord, we just pray and we just speak, God, that something that is said today will really transform their life, will change the trajectory of their legacy, and for their family, God. And we just thank you right now, God, that they're not just coming here to be hearers, God, but they're going to be keepers of your word first and foremost, but also keepers of the principles that has to be in place in order to manifest the promises of God, Lord. And we just pray that we don't get weary in well doing, that we understand that indeed we will reap a harvest if we faint not. And so let us continue to press. And even though people that's trying to get on, let them press. We pray for safe travels as people are commuting to and from their jobs, to get their children and other things that they're trying to do. This we pray in your son Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is just talk a little bit about the budget. Now, I know some of you guys may be part of the 21-day wealth building challenge, and we're actually kicking that off. We kicked that off today. And with the 21-day wealth building challenge, we sent out an email, and there was a couple different things that we shared in terms of what we call the ground rules, So I want to first and foremost go over the ground rules, and then we're going to take a look at creating our budget and seeing how we can pretty much make sure every dollar finds a home. So important that every dollar finds a home. I was just speaking with someone, an amazing, educated, sophisticated lady today, and she has some new income, new money coming her way. And she was mentioning that although she has this new money coming, she can't count for it. It's just like vanished. It's almost as if her income hasn't changed at all. And matter of fact, in some cases, she felt like she had less money than she had before she had the new stream of income. So that's a real thing. And I believe in part, a major part of why that happened is because her money did not have a home. So it came in, and as fast as it came in, it also went out. I'm going to see if I can share my screen with you guys. I'm going to try and find. Share. Okay. So let's just ask, who all on the line tonight have and keep a monthly budget? So Hello? Maybe they're commenting in the chat. Let me pull it up. Oh, go ahead. Okay, Donna's saying she just started one in July. Anybody else want to say something? Seemed like somebody wanted to say something. Okay, so who else is on the line? Let me know if you have a budget. I'm looking for you to respond. We want to make this engaging and interactive. Oh, it's just, I think it's just, okay. So, okay, cool. All right. So I'm gonna go over this budget and then I'm gonna pull up in a calculator to help us determine how much exactly we need to save for our retirement and start really getting that in place. Although retirement isn't necessarily the goal. I mean, we're not like working just to retire, if you will. However, we do want to be a little more intentional about placing our dollars as it pertains to our retirement. Somebody's beeping and bopping in and beeping in and bopping in it. Who's that on the Galaxy?
Antonio.
Hey, Antonio. How are you? Antonia, right? Or Antonio?
Antonia.
I thought so. Okay. Alrighty then. Cool. Welcome. We're having actually, this is going to be a working session. Actually, as I think about it, I'm going to go ahead and upload. I'm going to go ahead and upload this. I want to go here. This template. I think I saved it. I'm gonna put it on our share drive so you guys can download it. That's the only way it's going to work, the best way that it's going to work. So let me go to our share drive. I'm going to do what I hate doing, which is just drop it anywhere for the sake of time. Say again?
I'm sorry, not you.
Okay. I'll mute you. All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and share this link. So if those of you are at your laptop, or you can pull up a laptop, you can have an opportunity to actually follow along, because I would love it if everybody that's under the sound of my voice, again, whether you're live or whether you are watching the replay, that you can actually do your budgets. No need for us to spend an hour on here and you don't walk away with what you need, okay? Which in this moment, it is a current or updated budget. You need you need to create a budget, or you need to update your existing budget, and also walk away with your kind of some projections for your retirement. So let's get to it. So I just dropped a link here for those of you who can access a laptop. You can copy and paste it and work along with me today. Okay, now I'm just going to use some fictitious numbers. I already got some numbers in here, but I may adjust it. Now, I have to say the best way to begin your budget is actually not to begin with your budget. It's actually to begin, I know at a minimum, ideally, you should go back to your bank statement and calculate the total cost for the last month. Really, ideally for the last 12. That can be pretty time consuming. So I would say if you can't do 12, if you can, because that's going to give you the best average, because there's so many different monthly expenses known as seasonal expenses that can trip you up, right? Whether that's certain times you may have to pay for your vehicle registration, even your air conditioning AC electricity being more at certain times of the year. You may take vacations and trips at a certain time of the year. So those seasonal expenses really, once you look at a 12-month pattern, it really gives you a round out view of what it is that you what you have. So I want to encourage you, and I'm going to say one thing my coach always say: note takers are money makers, right? So I want to encourage you to take notes of some of the steps I share. And that was the first step, is that go back 12 months. Now, of course, we're not going to have time for you to do that per se. So I'm going to only spend about 20-ish minutes on the budget, maybe 30 minutes at max, 20 minutes to look like, because we're already 20 minutes in. Then you can do that. But let's do your best estimates now. And I want to show you how to walk through this budget. So here, on the first column, income, you may want to go ahead and put the source of your income. Let's see. Well, let me just ask the people that's on the live. Since they're on live, we'll try to assimilate theirs, but we don't have to put their exact numbers. So will be some fictitious numbers. We can kind of smudge some things. So Donna, do you and your husband commingle funds, or you have separate funds? Okay, maybe she's on mute, and maybe she's responding in the chat. I'm gonna just do, because I know we have some single people and some married people. If you marry and your money are commingle, I would say do a joint budget. If you're married and you don't do a joint budget, then do it for yourself. And of course, single people, you know you're gonna do it for yourself. So just for the simplest, for even playing field to some degree, we'll just go ahead and do, because even if you mix your money with your partner, you still can know exactly where your dollars are going. Not saying you are going to say all my money is going to go towards what I want and need, because especially if it's a joint direct deposit, you may not have that much control, but you can at least have an idea of how that money is going to be spent. So with that being said, we say income one. I'm going to say, I guess this is this job, but I want to put a real company here. We'll just say, I'm tempted to say MUSC. A lot of my Charlestonians know exactly what that is. It's Medical University of South Carolina. So let's say we assume we work there. Maybe we have some extra business incomes from some books and t-shirts we sell. And we have our income. Let's see who else joined us. I feel like somebody else joined us. If you also have been able to, let me see, Antonia, type in the chat or let me know if you're able to pull up this budget. Let me know if you're able to pull up this budget. Let me go to the chat and see real quick. Chat, nobody's comment. Let me know if you're able to pull up this budget on your end. And let me know if you guys can see my screen. So I need you to be specific, so I'm asking a lot of questions. Yes, Jill, I can see your screen. Yes, Jill, you don't even have to say all that. Yes, I was able to pull it up on my personal computer. Yes, I'm able to enter my personal numbers. So that's what we would love for you to do today. Like we doubled our projected budget. So projected money is 4,300. Actual, for some reason, is showing here. So really, I have it as 4,000. I may change it to 4,200 because I kind of want it to be $5,000. Okay. So let's see what's happening out here. Chat. Okay, Trail saying yes, she's able to. She gave me 3 yeses, so I guess she got everything to go. Okay, so let's keep moving. Okay, so this is your projected monthly amount. Go ahead and put that in. You're projected from your job. You can even still pull up your online app. I guess it really doesn't matter if you're doing it single or married. Because I kind of want to change these numbers just for the sake of usefulness. I got stuck on that. I guess I won't. Okay, so income from your job here. Any extra incomes? I think about Young Fly and Save, I think is the name of the company. One of our, no, it's not. What's the Jan name of her company? It's not Young Fly and Save. I can't remember what it is, but we'll just say books and t-shirts. All right. Okay, so then you want to go ahead and now the income to the left here, projected versus actual. This again is a monthly budget, and of course we can rename this from personal monthly budget to August's budget. August this year, August 2019 budget. Okay, you will want to go ahead. Right now, we're not even going to record the actuals because you don't know what the actual is. Today is August 1st, so you will not know what the actuals are. You just will not know. Oh, how do we do that? You will not know. Why is it giving me a difference? If I just zeroed it out. Okay, I see. That's perfect. All right. So you would put your mortgage or your rent, phone, electricity, gas, water, sewer, cable, this and forth. But again, you're only focusing on the projected right now. Then transportation, vehicle payment, bus, insurance, license, fuel, maintenance, others. So I guess I can tell you what I put here for some of these numbers. So for mortgage, I put $1,500. For phone, for $54. And again, you can check this versus, you should go to your bank statement and check at least for the last month to kind of get an accurate number. Electricity, gas, sewer, water. Let me know if anybody's doing it live, because if they are, I will slow down. As a matter of fact, I need my husband to answer. So I want to outtake some of this with my real numbers. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me know in the chat if you have it live so I can know I'll slow down and go through this. Go ahead. Okay, you guys, I actually got my numbers up live. I want to encourage you to do the same thing. If you are in a position you cannot access your computer, then write it down on a napkin or a sheet of paper or something. Get your phone out. If you can have multiple browsers, because some of you may be on your phone. So if you're on your phone, if you can pull up another browser with your online banking to try to get the actual numbers, then that would be ideal. And kind of go from there. I'm just going to type these things in as I see it. For me, it's maybe easier. Life insurance, pretty accurate. You may want to put the company name. You can or cannot. Sometimes you'll find you change companies. So, oh, I don't see no auto insurance. Did I miss that as under auto? Let me know if anybody's following along. If not, well, no, it's even if they're not, that's fine, because like I said, some people are doing the, I'm gonna do it on the replay. So let's just spend about at least 5 minutes going through and updating as much information as we can on the budget under the projected cost only for the month of August. And this is based on what you did last month. The cost that you will have to calculate is like because you have some costs in your budget that are fixed, and then you have some costs that are variable, right? The fixed costs are those costs that do not change from month to month. That's your mortgage, your auto insurance, and the like. Variable costs is your electric bill. Sometimes your cell phone can be a variable cost. It really can be. We don't like it to be, but sometimes it can be. Fixed is usually your cable is usually fixed. Obviously, eating out can be a huge variable cost. Electricity, I'm just going to put 150. I used to say cable internet because a lot of people don't have cable, but some people do have internet. You can update that to your liking. I'm actually looking right now as we speak at my online banking and abstracting some of the numbers from there for things that's, you know, for some of the utilities and such. Oh, I know I saw something on health. Let me come back to that. All right, I feel like this is pretty full out. Fortunately, so far we haven't had to do a lot of maintenance on our house. So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea just to put aside maybe like $50 every 2 weeks. So when, Lord forbid, when something happens, we would have already been saving $100 a month. We're not doing that now, but that may be something I do want to do. It seems like a really smart idea. Okay. Transportation. Did $50. I did $400 for vehicle, 0 for bus, $266.18 for insurance, license. It's a great idea to put aside at least $10 a week for this. You can see how $10 a week, which is $40 a month, 40 times 12, that's $480. So when you do have to pay your vehicle registration, that makes it so much less painful that these seasonal expenses are not sucking you dry. So I'm going to put the seasonal expenses in a highlighted yellow here. That was one. I think we said this is pretty much one too. Well, not for $50 because that's going to be pretty much your oil change. $50 there, 100. I'm going to say 75. Same thing for your vehicle. If you did 75 a pay period, which is really $150 a month times 12, that's $1,800. I can do 50 a month. What's 50 times 12? No, 100 a month, excuse me. 100 times 12 is 1,200. I think $50 a month is a good number. All right. Going to insurance, put homeowners insurance, $100, or renter's insurance. Health, $50. Life insurance, $49. Grocery bill projected $400. Dining out, $50. Oh God. Okay, there we go. All right. If any of you who have a dog, here we go. It's all your dog expenses. I have many people say they're just like children. Costs, they can be a huge expense. So personal medical, not a bad idea to put at least $25 to $50. I'm gonna put $50 because I go to doctor's appointments routinely for maintenance, from the chiropractor to my acupuncture. And really $50 is probably kind of on the low side for me. I need to put at least $60 every 2 weeks because my copays. Nails here, because on my color and such, I would honestly have put like $150, which is really just going once a month. That's like $100, $120 plus tip. It's very expensive. Probably be an area I could save money if I get a new stylist. That seems ridiculous, saying it out loud. Clothing, I think you should put something here, even if it's just $25. Cleaners, actually, you probably can get rid of. I do zip cleaning. Health club, other organizational dues. You want to put that there. Okay. Total projected cost right now is $5,683. I'm gonna have to adjust some of this because the budget income is only $5,000 on here, unless I change it to $6,000. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I mean, wish we could do that in real life, right? Uh-oh. All right. So whatever entertainment you want to put here, you know, we should probably put books. I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on books. Audible. One way I save with Audible is me and my husband share Audible accounts. So I usually get like 4 to 6 books a year on Audible. And then other books, probably like $20 a month. Loans. Whatever loans you have to pay back, credit cards, student loans, personal loans. Let's see how we're doing. Kind of play with these numbers. Honestly, here you want it to be zeroed out. You want the total, you want your projected cost to equals your income. Again, you want every dollar to find a home. Really, unless you're a solopreneur or entrepreneur of some sort, taxes will come out. If you are not, listen, I repeat, if you are not a W-2 employee, you need to take out, you need to take out money for taxes. I'm gonna do it as if, because we do have a couple of you that are self-employed. So I want you to see that. You should take out 10%. So if you make $6,000, your 10% for your taxes at a minimum is $600. We're gonna have to adjust some things here. And you can create a separate account to set aside that money, and you should be paying your estimated amount of taxes every month, or every quarter, excuse me. Okay, here's my favorite column, saving and investing. We'll come back to this later, but emergency savings account, 500, retirement account, 400. If you're doing a separate money market account, go for it. honestly, I would like to see here, the money market here, and maybe not even, once you get over $1,000, whatever that level of comfort, I say between $1,000 and $10,000 in your emergency savings account, you can start building a money market account offside of your personal savings. To me, the higher your monthly expenses, the more money you want in your local account. If you have like $2,000 of monthly expenses, having $1,000 in the emergency fund is more than enough. If your monthly expenses are close to $5,000, you may feel more comfortable having $5,000 to $10,000 in your local account, in the savings account. Of course, you gotta go ahead and break him off. Got $500 here for charity, AKA tithes and offering in this case, church, whatever your church is. I think of Lord of Harvest, right? So the budget here, the budget's over. And I will look at personal care and entertainment for the first things to cut. And sometimes we could be overpaying on credit cards and we may just need to change our approach and pay one off at a time versus just paying a bunch towards all of them every month, taking up all your money. $88.91. Okay, I'm just checking it. Is anybody making any progress? It's just say making progress if you're actually working your budget. Yes, if you can do that for me, that would be awesome. All right, so our total projected cost is actually $5,000. Damn. Seems like this money going a long way. Oh, I'm about to say, hold on. Oh, I'm like, hold on. I'm about to say this money going a long way. I had 100 versus 1,100 in the mortgage. So you see the total projected cost is $6,000, as well as the projected revenue is $6,000. All right. I'm gonna stop sharing. Let me check the chat. I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm gonna go to another website. Okay. I'm going to share my screen again. Let me know if you guys can see it. Not yet. Hold on. New share. Here. Share. Okay. So let's just, I don't see a submit button. Let me see if it's just going to change it at the bottom. Oh, yeah, it's accurate. It's there. Okay. So let's just talk through this. we're going to talk to this now. I'll put this link up for everybody to check their retirement. Chatty. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. I'm just going to read the instructions so everybody's clear what we're doing. So this calculator offers a guidance for retirees estimating how much they can safely spend from savings. Okay, the results are pre-tax and do not include any other income such as annuities and thus and forth. For married couples, we assume both retire at the same time. Please select the age of each spouse on the date. The calculator does not adjust for couples retiring at different times. It assumes a planning horizon for the spouses likely to live longest. More details at some of the website, but it's telling you that it's projecting how much you'll be able to withdraw from your money before your money runs out. So here, select your marital status. I'm selecting married. Male age at retirement. I'm going to put 55, which is that's going to be interesting. Okay, female age at retirement, 55. How certain do you want to be that you will not outlive your money? I like a 90% chance. Okay, input portfolio. So this is saying if I retire at 55, my money will have to find me for 42 years. Wow, how long they projecting I will live? 97? Wow, this is a smart computer. Okay, 2, input portfolio assumptions. Select a stock allocation, estimated savings fee, and certainty that you want your savings to last. So stock allocation is like the combination of different companies that you invest in will make up your stock allocation. Estimated savings, fees, and certainties that you may want your savings to last. I'm putting stock allocation. We'll start off with 20%. Estimated savings. I'm going to say $500. Really, I'm going to say $1,000. I'm not sure if this is a monthly amount, but we're going to find out. How certain do you want to be that your portfolio will last at least the length of the estimated planning horizon? Again, I'm putting 90%. Approximate management fee, 1%. Your results are below. Okay, actually, this is estimating total savings. Okay, that's not that good. And it doesn't say for certain, but I believe this is an annual amount, which is saying is $18,000 to $25,000 adjusted for inflation. Adjusted for inflation. Wow. So it could be a lot more, but it's adjusting for the projected inflation. This represents 1.8 to 2% of your estimated savings. Why would it only give me 1 to 2%? This amount has a 90% chance of lasting for 45 years. And add Social Security, annuities, pensions, and other income for an estimate for your total income. This is really not doing the trick for me. Let me see something. It's still not that much. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I want to see Okay, so let me just land the plane on what we're looking at, and then we're gonna look at another one that's even a little more simpler that we can all put our stuff in and calculate how much we need to retire for. So this one is showing you, given a certain amount of money, how long that money will last you. So you put your name, your age, your spouse age, how certain you want to be that that money lasts. It's really interesting to see that this is adjusting for inflation, so that's kind of throwing off the numbers. So this is saying you will receive $28,000 to $36,000 if you had $1 million saved. Now, this is going to be a little different because this is not going to adjust for inflation. So that's another thing as we do come to retirement. And when we talk about savings, we got to think about, are we adjusting for inflation? So I got a better website, a different website that I want to share with you. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. And I do want to encourage everybody that can participate, whether you're live or via the replay. Just looking at me, just doing it ain't gonna help you. Okay, check that one out. Now this website, you just simply tell us a few things about yourself and this calculator will show you whether you're on track for your retirement you want. So I am 38 years old. My pre-tax income is the income I want before taxes is $60,000. It's really going to end up being like 55. And I currently have, let's say, $80,000 saved. Well, not $80,000 saved. And it says every month I save $500. And it's saying at least 10% of your income. Oh, geez. Okay. But who wants to retire at 67? I'm just asking. So this is showing that if I am 38 years old, and if you write your age, and I'll do yours. If you tell me your age and your income, your current savings, your age and your current retirement savings, I'll show you yours. But this is saying I am 38 years old. My pre-tax income, the income I want before Uncle Sam taxes it, is $60,000. And I currently have saved $80,000. Every month, I'm saving an additional $1,000, which this is showing, 20% of my monthly income. How does it know my monthly income? So how much you need to retire at 67? I need $1.63 million, or whoever would need $1.63 million. It says if you save this amount by age 67, you will be able to spend $2,600 per month to support your living expenses in retirement, which probably will be about $1,600 after inflation. Yeah. And then here is a 530,000 based on your projected savings and target. You may be able to have $2,450 per month. Okay. Retirement savings, your score. So this red means needs attention. Yellow means you're on your way. Blue is you're getting close, and green is you're on track. So somebody write your age and how much estimate amount that you have saved, and you could put, you could put a false amount, but you could put your real amount, because really you could just throw out an amount. You don't know if it's real or fake. If you want me to run your numbers, so not, I'll write some fictitious numbers anyway. So, and you can just message me on the chat if you just want to do that as well. I need a lot of money. How old are you, Donna? And this is only for one person. So if we were talking about income for two people, you probably want to say, if you currently make $200,000 as a couple, you probably want to at least make $100,000 in retirement. So it automatically adjusts, saying needs $1,600 at least. $1,667 a month, which is about $800 a month. I need at least, okay, she's saying she's 50. So at 50 years old, let's just say you have $25,000 saved. And let's just say you want, let's say 60,000 is a sweet spot. $60,000. If I'm just going to throw in some different numbers in here. So if you have $25,000 saved currently, if you have $25,000 or more saved now, you will have about $500,000. If you put $1,000 every month in your account and retire at 67. Okay. Now, let's say if you have $5,000, you will have about $400,000 at the age of 67. You won't be able to get the $60,000 because you would need 1.29 million, and you only have about a third of that. Now, let's see. If you have, let's say, $50,000, a little closer. And actually, let's just say if you had $250,000. If you already had $250,000, you still would need to save $1,000 more a month to make your retirement goal. And the reason why it's so high and it's not changing a lot, it's like almost, it's not even like, regardless of which, I mean, it did change because of course when you had only 5,000, you will only get like $500,000 here, it's going to get double. But what happened is the older you get, you lose the advantage of what they call time value of money. And you lose out on compounding interest, which compounding interest is you get interest on top of the interest. So when you start making money off of your stock accounts, the bank or your investment broker gives you interest. And then you start making money off of the interest. So it's like you just keep getting this, I'm not gonna call it free money, but this extra money, and that extra money starts growing its own money. And over time, you lose that when you don't invest early, or the older you get, the less of that you have. So I would say ideally, let's just say worst case scenario. Let's say if you had $0 saved today and you start saving $1,000 a month, you'll have $400,000 for retirement. You really need 1.3 million. If you started to save $1,500 a month, you would have a little over $500,000. You still need 1.29. I'm going to say you probably would have to save I would say about half of your income, 2005. I don't know how much your income is. I'm just saying, I figure the average person makes about $3,000 to $5,000. I'm going to say 5. So this, you would need to save at least half of what of a $5,000 income, right? If I'm doing that right, a $5,000 monthly income, you would need to save at least $2,500 to have about $1 million. So I would say, you know what? And let me say this. I don't know your situation, Donna, and even I did, of course, I can't share your situation, right? So, but let me say this, and I want to speak to people who are watching, because I know a lot of people have not started, or they're like, they barely got out the gate with their retirement. Oh, we have humans on here. Hold on. What you want to say? Okay, so to me, saving half of your income can be achievable. But you got to work towards it. You got to work towards earning more money if you're not making at least $4,000 a month. And then 2, you have to work on eliminating all these car notes and all this frivolous debt. You got to let it go. And so if you were making $5,000, really saving $25, it is aggressive, but it definitely is achievable. It's because most people are living beyond their means. So anyway, to get your actual goal, look like you may have to save, if you had 0, about $3,000 a month. Would that do the trick? Well, at some point it don't even change. Why it's not changing? I don't know. I'm trying to get this to change, but it's not. Oh, it just changed there. So at some point, this becomes flat. What? How can that be? Monthly, hold up now. So let me go back to $50. Okay. 500. 5,000. It looks like it's kind of like at that, I think we said 2,500 mark seems to be, let's see. Are you guys following me here? So I would say 2,500 would probably be the max that you could, which still ain't bad. I mean, it's not bad. Hey, Toya. Toya, we estimating, Toya, how old are you? We're estimating how much money you need to save for your retirement. I did a case just now with someone's 50. How old are you? I'll do a couple scenarios with you. And then we can get, oh, it's already 9 o'clock. I could do one scenario with you. If you tell me your age, I'll just do a couple scenarios. Let me see what questions that we have. And I would like to hear, okay, she's 34. You young? You're younger than me. You're so mature. You be acting all grown and stuff, girl. Listen, let me find out I'm your big sissy. Okay. I'm everybody's big sissy, even Trail. Yeah, she like that though. Okay, and Karen and Sharon, my big little sisters. Okay. Okay, so at 34, okay, what we've been doing is the worst case scenario. Dang, you got a little bit of time. Ooh, y'all see how that number jumped up though? Wow. Y'all, hold up. I love that just now. I changed the age from 50 to 34. And honey, if you save, which you wouldn't have to save nothing near this amount, Toya, $2,500 a month, you would have $3.7 million. Okay, that's kind of aggressive. But the crazy thing is when I had the age of 50, I just want y'all to see this. I gotta take some screenshots because I'm gonna have to talk to this too. Let me take a screenshot, y'all. I cannot believe how much that thing just jumped. This is, and I can show y'all charts and all this, but I wanted to show you real time, and that is the perfect way to end this conversation here. As I take a few questions before I jump off, but I think that just explained everything I've been trying to tell y'all for years now, which is all about time value of money. Like at 34, you wouldn't have to save nothing like this, but at 50, you would have to save this amount. 50, you would have to save $2,500 a month to meet your goal. But at 34, this is your goal, 1.7 million. You only will need 3.6. So let's say if we take this down to $1,000. Okay, it still ain't a little bit of money, but it's feasible. Okay, so Toya, worst case scenario, if you haven't saved a dime on your retirement, if you wanted to withdraw 60,000 pre-tax dollars, and I don't think this is adjusted for inflation too. That's another thing to think about. So I would actually probably want to do more. I don't know if that's adjusted for inflation. So if you wanted to have pre-tax dollars, $60,000 a year in retirement, and you have zero today, you would need to save $1,200 a month. Excuse me, you guys. I like this book. Oh, I got my picture in there. I want my picture in there. I need my picture on here. I think I did my own. I gotta go back and calculate because I don't know. Part of this challenge, for those who are part of the challenge, if you're not part of the challenge, definitely gonna be part of the challenge. We're gonna be getting our numbers because we just need to focus on the numbers, which I can't get an accurate read of this because I gotta get all my retirement documents together, which I just ordered my TSP pen. So anyway, I already got it. So anyway, let's see if anybody has questions. Oh, I ain't sent that one yet? Child, why y'all got me fooling around out here? I think I did, but I'll send it again. Oh, the budget spreadsheet? Yes. And I'll post it in a group. So that's pretty, that's $1,200. That's not bad. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable off of a $60,000 income, I would say. You making $3,000 or more, you should be able to save $1,200 for retirement. And $3,000, well, how much is that a year? That's only $36,000 a year, plus all the other expenses. So that probably really is about a $50,000 income. You really could do this. You can do this. It's not just a little bit of money, but every year it's going to get more and more. Okay, let's go around the horn. Rumor has it is there are some live folks out there. Just let me know if this was an aha for you. What's your experience with this? I'm also just going to throw a number in here because I wonder if Sherry had 50 grand saved, how that would impact. She could save less. She could save closer to 950 if Sherry has some money saved. You're 99% towards your goal, on track to be on your goal. That's important. I'm gonna add to the thing, man. So keep putting this box there. Like, you got the box in my life? No, that's not gonna work. All right, I'm gonna just give you guys a minute. I always love when I'm doing any teaching, before I get off, for you guys to share what is something that really was aha or supported you today. One, I want to make sure I'm on track and seeing what you were able to catch or learn in this time together. Also, if you already saved $100, $1,000, I can play with this all day. And I'm gonna just keep going down. You'll need to save about 700. All right. I say max out your retirement, so let's just go from there. Oh, everybody on mute. Maybe I gotta unmute y'all. Maybe that's why y'all ain't saying that. Who wants to be unmuted? Who wants to share? Who can share? I don't want to retire at 67 though, y'all. That's the problem. I want to retire closer to 50. Know who they playing with? Who y'all playing with? Who y'all playing with? At least have financial independence. Okay, I'm gonna try to unmute you. If you can't talk, I guess just let me know. I'm gonna start with Trail. Where can I unmute y'all? Unmute all. Let's see. Y'all are unmuted, but you can hit the unmute button and say something. Hi, hello. How do you say, caller, are you there? Toya?
Can you hear me?
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey. Hey, I like how when you playing with these numbers now.
Girl, you see how much it changed? It's like, wow. That age ain't no joke.
Yeah, this month is definitely on the right foot. This is so needed.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys for this.
Absolutely. You doing the 21-day Wealth Builders Challenge?
Yes, ma'am. I've been challenging my husband because most of the time it's like I'm on one playing field and he on another playing field. So I told myself, I said, I'm not investing in no bundles.
Come on.
I'm going to invest into some things that really is going to stimulate myself as well as, my relationships, so got to. So thank you.
You're welcome. Man, gosh, God just gave me, I don't know why he be dropping this in my spirit, and I try to do my best to, I don't want to say filter, but I will say timing and delivery of things. And what just came to me, and to just reinforce what you're saying, Toya, what God just revealed to me, that we actually, unfortunately, there's going to be a cycle. There's going to be there's going to be a group of people, unfortunately, heavily minorities and Blacks, that are going to be recycling back into a level of poverty in retirement because their accounts are super deficient. And because you are here today, you are having that opportunity to change the future for you and your family, so you don't be part of that group that indeed will be in a state of poverty, because Social Security, it may be there to some degree, but especially those who are self-employed, where they may not be eligible for any substantial Social Security income. And even when you are, Social Security is not that much. It's going to be a nominal amount, and it's going to cause a lot of people to go back into poverty, and they're going to be then now relying on their children, who some have made it and some have not. So this is a time to really make a pivotal decision about what are you going to do with your future. I know personally, I do on one of my retirement accounts, I do 8%. Another one, I do $200 a month. I do $200 a month to my Roth IRA outside of my job, and I think $200 a month inside my job. I gotta double check it. And then 8% of my income. I don't know why I said that just now, laugh out loud. I guess that's all I have to say. We all need to target that 10% of our income into our retirement account, so we can be on the right path. The older you are, the more you want to put in there. And I guess I'm saying that to say, max those babies out. And even Roth IRA, that's just the beginning. A Roth IRA only allows you to put like $4,000 a year, which we see that's not enough. Maybe if you're 25, maybe
Right.
5, you can get away with putting $400 a month in. But we've seen that's not even enough. Let me see. If you're 25 and you ain't got nothing saved for retirement, you still got to do $700 a month. Maybe if you're 20, 21. If you're 21, $400 ain't enough a month. It's just not enough. It's not even, this is calculating at a $600. If you're 21, you would have to put $600 a month. And we saw how drastically that number changed over age. So I think this is a really great indication to help us to get a eye on this. So, but thank you so much, Toya. Was there anything else you wanted to share?
Yeah, definitely the mindset is so powerful. I had the opportunity, one of the live videos that you did with me, probably almost about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about self-mastery and
Mm-hmm.
money, and changing the mindset. And when I look back and listen to that video, I was like, no wonder because it's a lot of people that I do business with that
Mm-hmm.
I don't hang on to.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized why, because if they're not feeding you spiritually, like somebody told me the other day, they said, Toya, I don't want to hear no more about this spiritual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All I want to do is focus on my money. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I told them this. I said, I knew what it felt like being wined and dined, but when the spiritual part came in, that was the part that I needed the most.
Mm-hmm.
So even in my marriage, of where I'm at right now, I had to tell my husband, because I was sitting down just working on some different things and moving forward, and I had to tell him, in order for me to have a stronger mindset, we have to work together, or either we're gonna be working against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of time, I had to tell him, I said, I said, I love you, but I had to realize love is a deception, because love is an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
You have to first love
Girl, you better preach
yourself
it.
before, you have to first love yourself before you can claim that you love anyone else. So I told my husband, because a lot of times, oh yeah, I love you, but the thing is, you don't love yourself enough to get out something that is toxic, because I realized when you got, because sometimes people can take certain words as hurtful, but at the time, about a year ago, you said I was toxic, and I didn't realize what toxic really meant.
Who said that? Me?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I tell people the truth, the whole truth, not what you. So, I'm glad you got tough skin because people be telling me that.
It was the truth.
I told you. Okay, go ahead. What I told you?
It was the truth. It was really what was necessary, because at that time I was truly toxic. I was toxic in my finances, my health, my mind. Oh my God, I was just toxic. And I told my husband, I said, we got married based upon both of us being toxic, so we had a toxic result. And trying to come out, it's just like a person who's been on drugs. We had our own drugs, so I can use the word drug, but it's like that transformation, like either you're going to go back to that, or either you're going to change your mind and say, you know what, enough is enough. And that's where I'm at right now. Enough is enough. And I'm moving forward in a lot of different situations. So everything that you guys have been showing me was for me to realize why I am still here, because I had to make a lot of decisions for myself in order for me to be able to appreciate people around me. Because all of the informations that you and Trill, y'all could have given me this at a time and place where I wasn't even able to receive, but every single thing I was receiving, because just like one of the things I always tell people, I said, when you're ready to learn, or wisdom will show up. Sister wisdom will show up when you are ready. When you are ready, they're not going to come in when you're playing games with them. Grace and mercy and wisdom and understanding is only going to all come on one ship when you're ready to move forward. If you're going to stay there in pity and poverty and all of them other demons, that's by choice. It's by choice. So yeah, so thank you. I didn't mean to have a Grammy moment, but thank you so much for calling Toxic out, because this girl ain't toxic no more.
I love it.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing, darling. I love it.
You're welcome.
Hey, Donna.
Hi.
Hey.
So I actually today called and made an appointment with my financial advisor that I haven't seen for a long time, because I have some retirement accounts that I need to combine from 2 different jobs. And this kind of gave me an idea too of the amount of money that I need to save at 50, because I've been really bad with my finances. But I am not giving up. I'm just gonna go forward from here. Forget about what's been done in the past.
That's good. I love it.
Yes. So thank you for getting me back on track, because you were the one who suggested on Saturday that I go back to the financial advisor. So I made my appointment today.
I'm excited
and, and I just have a few little debts that I need to pay it off, and then I really focus on my saving.
Absolutely. And remind me, how old are your boys?
One is 16 and one is 13.
Okay, so you're almost done with them for the most part. It would be nice to help them with their college. I wouldn't recommend it. Just try to encourage them to go after online scholarships and actually have a friend.
Oh no, I told them they need to be applying for scholarships. I was I need to focus on retirement. I'm not tying all my retirement money up on you guys. So you gotta focus on academic scholarships, sports scholarships, whatever scholarships you can find.
Right. I have a girlfriend who's writing a book, and I'm sure I'll be sharing it. And she talks about even scholarships outside of that, because a lot of times there's so much money going unspent, unclaimed. outside of the traditional schools. So that's a conversation we definitely need to have. And that 16-year-old, 17, about a year or so, even now, really, he can be applying. So, but anyway, one other thing I just want to empower you, Donna, is that I know we threw up a lot of big numbers and things here today, but the truth of the matter is, if you can do half of that, you'll be better off than many people. And I do believe you will get Social Security too. So if you can do half of whatever you need to do, the finance advisor is going to tell you, but what I'm saying is, if you can accumulate and have that number to be even $500,000, you know what I'm saying? That's going to put you in a good boat, because two, this is not going to be all of it. So if you could do, if this was saying you only need this to be half of your income, so if you really only needed, let's say you're going to get $30,000 from Social Security. I'm just going to throw some numbers in here. And you needed $30,000 from here at the age of 50. I didn't do that right. 50, current savings 0. Okay, I gotta increase this number to get up to the other number. The goal would be 64, a little over $500,000. So that's what I'm trying to say. So it was sharing that really at 15, at $1,500 a month will give you right below $500,000, but you need about a little over $500,000 to give you $30,000. So that means if half of your income is coming from your personal retirement and half from Social Security, this still can work. And again, to me, $1,500 is doable when you kind of let go of some of them other things, car notes and all of that is doable. So.
Yeah. And I already have some money saved in some retirement accounts already. So I just need to get back into really putting aside more.
Absolutely. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, Cheryl, did you have anything you want to say before we jump off? Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Donna, did you have anything else you want to share before we wrap up with you?
No, I'm good. I just thank you for, this has been like enlightening for me. I know I'm probably like the old lady on the group, but
I love it though. You know what, Donna, you're really inspiring, because honestly, if I could just be really honest, I have conversations, and I gotta give a disclaimer about my personality. My personality is, I forgot what they said I am. I'm like an introvert. Well, they say I'm extrovert. I'm talking about the Myers-Briggs test. It's a personality test, and it says I'm an extrovert, but I'm really not. So I'm an introvert, and it says I'm very sensing and very judging and very, I forgot the last letter. So I forgot what I was gonna freaking say. What a shame. Something about judging. Something I was gonna say about judging. Oh yes, and not really liking to deal with people that's over 50, honestly, because what I find is people over 50 and older, it's so hard to change their mindset. One thing we're gonna be talking about this 21-day wealth building challenge, Donna, is that the first manifestation of wealth is never money. It is always, it comes in another form. And one, I will say it comes in the form of you being coachable, right? If you can't be coachable to learn something that you don't know, or to further your understanding of how to do something, it's going to be hard for you to manifest that goal. And then this too goes back to what Toya was talking about. The person just want the money, but they don't want to deal with the spiritual. Well, the spiritual is is the process. It's being coachable. It's also just having stewardship, also having discipline, self-control. What's self-control? The fruit of the spirit. You cannot escape it. Whether you want to be spiritual, religious, or whatever, it is part of who we are. We have a spirit. We are triune beings. So it's just what it is. So I applaud you, because most people are 50, they're so stuck in their ways that they cannot change. And it's you, and you're not the only one. We have about a group of 4 or 5 of you who are about 50 years old. So I believe, I don't remember how little Antonia is, but she jumped off. Miss also Linda and Sophelia. So there's a lot of you who are, I believe, in that late 40, early 50 range. And I am so proud of all of you, because all of you have been progressing. All of you have been doing things that you didn't think you would do. And I applaud you so much, because it's different at that age. It's like, you gotta live your life. Like, girl, what you trying to tell me? Girl, I'm gonna be your mama. But you guys, you guys are like, no. It's not about age. It's just about experiences, and it's about
yes.
So
And you have the knowledge, and you have the discipline and stuff that I didn't focus on, you know. So I'm glad to learn from the younger people. Actually, a lot of my friends are young because I look much younger than I am. So I have a few. I have my friends range in many ages from like 80 to like 30 something. So
I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, make sure you mark your calendar for October 24th, 25th, 26th. We have to work it out for you to be there.
Yeah, I have to try because my husband's going back to, it's going to be doing Saturday school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to like figure out what's going on with the boys, but I am trying to see if I can make it there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to add that's on Miss Jill.
Mm-hmm.
There are only two people that you should hang around, Ms. Donna. People who are going where you are going, or people who are already where you are going.
Amen.
That's the only two group of people you should ever associate yourself around, because, and I'm gonna use financial because that's mostly what most people nowadays are
You're
stuck
right
on
on it.
financials. If you're always hanging around people that are always claiming to be broke or they never have anything, guess what? Welcome to the team, because you just got recruited for that same mindset. You know, so be
Yeah.
careful of who you associate yourself around.
Yes, definitely. Yes, because my older, I have a friend who's like 79 that I was like hanging out with last weekend, and she was actually, encouraging me to, like, once I get savings or whatever, to buy like a rental property, because she has a few properties and so on. So it's always good to get information from different people.
Good.
But I'm definitely working on me and my mindset.
And if she's 79, we definitely need to have her around a lot more often.
Come on.
Because at 34, at one point I was struggling like, So yeah, it wasn't until I started changing my group of people who I was associating myself with. Because to be honest, I shouldn't even have the opportunity to be here on this line, but I'm grateful. So to God be all the glory for that.
Amen.
All right. Well, you guys already give us the benediction, but I'll do a quick prayer and we'll hop off. So, okay. Thanks so much for all the messaging. And Trail, she's already gone, but she has said there's some good stuff. I got to tell her thank you for that earlier. So, all right, let me go ahead and pray. So, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this time. Lord, we just thank you for this time. We thank you for tools and resources that allow us to get our financial house in order. Lord, as we look at what is required, it helps us to get a level of awareness, understanding, and knowledge to know exactly what we need to do and how we can get there. Lord, we just pray that again this time. We thank you already. We're not going to be doers. We're not going to be just hearers, but we're definitely going to be doers of the word. Lord, continue to break down our flesh. You said that there's nothing, no good thing come from the flesh, Lord. And we declare and decree today that we are not part of that group that don't have it together and that is recycling back in poverty, but we are that group that is going to have above and beyond what we can ever think or imagine according to the powers that work within us, God. We are going to be that group that is just as we're going to prosper just as our soul prosper, God. We just thank you, God, that we have the divine wisdom, knowledge, understanding to do what we need to do, and the fruit of the Spirit, including self-control, to actually do the things that we've been taught here today. We just suppress and we resist temptation on every side. Temptation to buy this, temptation to buy that, because at the end of the day, we realize that it is meaningless. And there's so much more that you have in store for us. So we just thank you and we bless you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, ladies. Well, thanks so much for joining. We had a small group today, but I will post the resources in the group for you guys. And I'm thinking we may, I don't know what we're going to do Sunday for the Wealth Building Challenge. It's going to be this Sunday as well. We're going to have our first training. And so if you didn't get a chance to do your budget then, maybe we're going to do it live then. I don't know if we've decided. But that would be a good time for you to do it no later than that time, because we may be doing it live there. I'm not 100% confident. We're still writing out some final details for that. So anyway, let me get my sleepy self to bed. And I want to say good night to everyone that's on. Thanks for joining and be blessed.
Good night.
Good night. I will post the replay link tonight.